ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु आप कहेंगे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ श्री राधे जय राधा पार्थसारथी श्री राधे जय निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि जय निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय गुरु गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। श्राद्धा गोपीजन वल्लभ भगवान की जय। निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं। परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from Canto 4, Chapter 9, Text 31. And the topic is Dhruva Maharaj pastime going on. And the chapter is titled Dhruva Maharaj Returns Home. Hobat mamat anatmayam mandbhagyasya pashyata bhavachinda padamulam gatvaya cheyad antavat ahobat mamat anatmayam mandbhagyasya pashyata भवचिद्द पादमूलम गत्वया चेयदन्तवत् अहो बत्ममानात्मयं मन्दभाग्यस्य पश्यता भवच्छिद्दपादमूलं गत्वा याचे यदन्तवत्
अहो बत ममान आत्मा आत्म आत्म आत्म
आत्मयम्
आत्मयम्
अहो बत मम अनात्मयम् मन्दभाग्यस्य पश्यता भवच्छिद्दपादमूलं गत्वा याचे यदन्तवत् अहो बत ममानात्मयम् मन्दभाग्यस्य पश्यता भवच्छिद्दपादमूलं गत्वा याचे यदन्तवत् अहो बत मम अनात्मयम् मन्दभाग्यस्य पश्यता भवच्छिद्दपादमूलं गत्वा याचे यदन्तवत् अहो बत मम अनात्मयम् मन्दभाग्यस्य पश्यता भवच्छिद्दपादमूलं गत्वा याचे यदन्तवत् अहो ओ बात alas mama my anatmayam bodily consciousness mandabhagyasya of the unfortunate pashyata just see bhava material existence chitta of the Lord who can cut off padamulam the lotus feet gatva having approached yache I prayed for yat that which antavat perishable. Translation: alas, just look at me. I am so unfortunate. I approached the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can immediately cut the chain of the repetition of birth and death. But still, out of my foolishness, I prayed for things which are perishable. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The word anatmayam is very significant in this verse. Atma means the soul, and anatmaya means without any conception of the soul. Srila Rishabdev instructed his sons that unless a human being comes to the point of understanding the Atma or spiritual position, whatever he does is ignorance. And this brings only defeat in his life. Dhruva Maharaj regrets his unfortunate position, for although he approached the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always able to give his devotees the highest benediction of cessation from repetition of birth and death, which is impossible for any demigod to offer. He foolishly wanted something perishable. When Hiranyakashipu asked immortality from Lord Brahma expressed his inability to offer such a benediction because he himself is not immortal. Therefore, immortality or complete cessation from the chain of repeated birth and death can be offered by the Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead Himself, not by others. Harim bina na shritam taranti. It is said that without the blessing of Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one can stop the continuous chain of birth and death within this material world. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is also called Bhavachitta. The Vaishnava philosophy in the process of Krishna consciousness prohibits the devotee from all kind of material aspirations. A Vaishnava devotee should always be Anya Bhilashita Shunya, free from all material aspirations for the results of fruitive activities or empiric philosophical speculation. Dhruva Maharaj was actually initiated by Narada Muni, the greatest Vaishnava, in the chanting of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This mantra is a Vishnu mantra, for by practicing the chanting of this mantra, one is elevated to the Vishnu Loka. Dhruva Maharaj regrets that although he was initiated in the Vishnu mantra by a Vaishnava, he still aspired for material benefits. That was another cause for lamentation. Although he got the result of the Vishnu mantra by the causeless mercy of the Lord, he lamented how foolish he was to have strived for material benefits while practicing devotional service. In other words, every one of us who is engaged in devotional service in Krishna consciousness should be completely free from all material aspirations. Otherwise, we will have to lament like Dhruva Maharaj. Very, very powerful purport, actually. And no, yesterday, His Grace Jugal Kishore Prabhuji gave a wonderful class on the previous verse, and there was a question at the end that Dhruva Maharaj has chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, which is Krishna's mantra, but he still got the darshan of Lord Vishnu. So how is that? And here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is writing that this is a Vishnu mantra, and he prayed, he chanted this Vishnu mantra, and he was eligible to go back to Vishnu Loka. And also some other very, very strong points which are mentioned here. Srila Prabhupada is saying a devotee should be free from any material aspirations in this process of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, we have to lament like Dhruva Maharaj. Even though for Dhruva Maharaj, it was not the cause of lamentation, it is his humility. He is thinking that I have been practicing to see the Lord face to face. I saw the Lord face to face, but now what did I get out of that? Lord gave me the rule of this kingdom for 36,000 years. Otherwise, I could have gone back to the Supreme Lord immediately. So he was lamenting like that. But as Jugal Kishore Prabhu mentioned, actually, this is also will of the Lord. Lord wants some eligible candidate who can rule over the world to set an example for others. But it is the humility of Dhruva Maharaj that he is lamenting like that. And another very important, striking statement which Prabhupada makes in this purport is Dhruva Maharaj, he thinks I was initiated by a wonderful Vaishnava Guru, like Narada Muni. Still, I aspired for the material benefits. So, when we are in this process of Krishna consciousness, first of all, to receive the mercy of Guru, and through the mercy of Guru, to receive the mercy of the Supreme Lord. That is the topmost benediction. First of all, to come in contact of a Guru, that is also arranged by the Supreme Lord. Because sometimes we think that anyways Krishna is sitting in my heart, he is Jagat Guru, so what is the need to approach any other Guru? Why I need any other via media? Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru, he is the supreme spiritual master of the whole world, so why do I need another Guru? But actually, all the scriptures are mentioning that without connecting with the Guru, without the mercy of the Guru, we cannot understand Krishna. So with mercy of Krishna, we get Guru, and then with the mercy of Guru, we get Krishna. Because as we say, there are so many tattvas. There is Vishnu tattva or Krishna tattva. There is Jiva tattva. There is Guru tattva. What is this Guru tattva? Actually, Guru tattva is nothing but Krishna's mercy personification, Kripa Shakti. Krishna has many different potencies, many different Shaktis. One Shakti is Kripa Shakti, and Guru is the expansion of Krishna's Kripa Shakti. And when we sing the morning Mangala Arati prayer, in the 7th stanza, what do we say? Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra. All the scriptures are propounding this truth that he is Sakshat Hari. The Guru is actually the expansion of Hari. He is Sakshat Hari. How is so? We are not saying Guru is equal to Krishna. What does it mean? Is Guru is expansion of Krishna, expansion of his Kripa Shakti, and Guru to be worshipped as we worship the Supreme Lord. And without the mercy of Guru, we cannot attain mercy of Krishna. And that is the eighth stanza of the Guru prayer which we sing. Yasya prasadat bhagvat prasado. Yasya aprasadat nagati kutopi. With the mercy of Guru, we can receive the mercy of Krishna. We can receive the mercy of Bhagwan. But without the mercy of Guru, there is no hope. There is Yasya aprasadat nagati kutopi. So, without taking the shelter of Guru, we cannot progress in spiritual life. Somehow, this is one of the misunderstanding or the misconception in the material world. People think, why do I need Guru to make spiritual progress, to progress in spiritual life? I can read some book, I can listen to something online. There is so much resource available. Why do I need to surrender to a Guru? Why should I surrender? But this surrender is very, very important. As we progress little in spiritual life, you can understand more and more the importance of surrender. And what does this surrender really mean? Because we talk so much about surrender in Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam shanam vraja. Take my surrender unto me. Right? Take my shelter. What does this surrender really mean? Anybody?
From the Bhakti it is favorable to what is favorable for Bhakti, and it is what is favorable for Bhakti, it seems to be favorable, and it you see Krishna take shelter of it.
Very nice. So in Nectar of Devotion, as Rohini Nandan Prabhu said, rejecting whatever is unfavorable for bhakti and accepting whatever is favorable for bhakti. That is the definition of surrender. So giving up those things which can choke up our bhakti and taking up those things which will help us to progress in bhakti. As Srila Prabhupada always said, always remember Krishna. So always remember Krishna means take those things which are favorable to remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. What does that mean? Reject those things which will cause you to forget Krishna. Okay, sometimes we think this is repetition, right? Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. It's one and same thing. But the one sentence means accept those things which will help you remember Krishna. And the second part says reject those things which will cause you to forget Krishna. Anybody else? What does surrender mean? What do we understand by process of surrender? Following the instructions. So following the instructions, Mataji was saying. Aligning our will with Krishna's will. Okay, very nice. So what I have kind of understood a little bit in the process of surrender, what does surrender really mean? First thing, as Mataji said, we have to follow the instructions. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, surrender unto me. It means we have to follow the instructions of Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that you have to approach a bona fide Guru, surrender unto him, pay obeisances unto him, render service, and then inquire submissively. Shri Radha Gopijan Vallabha Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Nikai Patit Pavan Gaur Hari ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna is giving this instruction in chapter 4, text 34. What does Krishna say? Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya updikshanti te jnanam Jnaninas Tattvadarshina. Tad Vidhi Pranipatena. So approach a bona fide spiritual master, pay obeisances unto him, render service unto him, and then submissively, humbly inquire from him. So following the instructions. And then surrender also means the mood of service, that we should be willing to render service. Because unless there is a mood of service, what is the meaning of surrender? So we have to follow the instruction. We have to have the mood of service to Krishna, service to Guru, serving in the cause of, in the mission of Guru. And then also being completely dependent on Guru and Krishna without taking credit for ourselves, giving the credit to Guru and Krishna. Okay, generally, there is a famous bhajan outside which they say, "Aapki kripa se sab kaam ho raha hai, करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा hai." So what does this really mean is we should be grateful to Krishna that because of your mercy all my work is getting done, but I am getting the name, right? Mera naam ho raha hai, but it is actually your mercy. So giving the credit back to the Lord. And we can say the same thing to Guru also. Aapki kripa se mera sab kaam ho raha hai. All my work is getting done because of your mercy. So that is the meaning, that is the mood of surrender. And I was kind of drawing some parallels between this whole incidence of Dhruva Maharaj pastime into my personal life actually. Dhruva Maharaj, he got the mercy of Guru. He approached the Supreme Lord. He got the blessings of the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord personally appeared, touched his conch shell on his forehead, revealed all the knowledge immediately to Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj, before he started this practice, he was having these material aspirations. I want to get a kingdom which is bigger than my father, bigger than my father's father, bigger than my father's father's father. So ultimately, indirectly, he's saying, I want a kingdom bigger than Brahma. So he had material aspirations and he had a revengeful attitude also. He wanted to take revenge from his stepmother, right? Because she drove him out of the lap of his father. So he was very upset with that and he had that revengeful attitude. And that was his aspirations. And now, after he saw Lord face to face, he got the benedictions from the Lord. Dhruva Maharaj is regretting. And same thing what happens in our life, I'm speaking for myself. We received the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And with the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we came in contact with our Guru Maharaj. And after coming in the contact of Maharaj also, while practicing this Krishna consciousness, still keeping these material aspirations rather than having that mood of surrender, having rather than following the instructions of Guru, having the mood of service to the Guru, just keeping these material aspirations, not taking the opportunity to serve Guru, to associate with Guru, remaining in our own comfort zone. So that is a great unfortune, not being able to serve the Guru. So yesterday or day before yesterday, it was the first Tirobhav anniversary of my beloved Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And I was feeling that all these years, it was such a good fortune which came, that I came in contact with Maharaj. There are so many devotees who had long time association with Maharaj, 40 plus years, the early devotees, early disciples of Maharaj from 1982 onwards. So there are so many devotees who had such a close association of Maharaj, 40 plus years. And I am unfortunate that I had only maybe 10, 12 years of association with Maharaj, having to know him and associate with him and maybe little bit serve him. And even those opportunities which were present, I could not take that seriously. I neglected, ignored so many times. So that is a misfortune. Once somebody is present, we do not appreciate that person as much. And when the person is gone from our lives, from our physical proximity, then we lament, then we repent. Why I did not take that opportunity earlier? Why I could not appreciate that person as much earlier? What I am doing now? So in our devotee community also, I think same principle applies. Sometimes we do not care for devotees, we do not treat them nicely when they are with us, but when we lose them, then we feel the separation. But how nice it will be that when we can treat everybody nicely when they are with us, when we have that opportunity. So I was seriously lamenting on that part that I did not utilize that opportunity as much as I could have done. I could not serve Maharaj as much I could have done. I did not follow his instructions as much I could have done. And from his life, actually, he has shown this principle of surrender. He was so surrendered to Srila Prabhupada, his guru, in following his instruction to the dot. He never, ever, ever deviated from the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. He served Srila Prabhupada so nicely, fulfilling his desires, and then giving the credit to his guru. I can refer pastimes, giving examples for each of these points. Following the instructions of Srila Prabhupada gave the instruction that it started with sending Maharaj to India as the overall GBC of India in 1975. And when Maharaj became the GBC of India, Srila Prabhupada instructed Delhi is the most important city of India. And in Delhi, all four directions, all four corners, there should be four temples. So it started with desire of four temples in Delhi. That in all four directions, there should be four temples. Then it expanded to 8. Then it expanded to 12. Ultimately, it expanded to 18. And 2024, March, when the Gurugram temple was inaugurated, at that time, it's called Gurugram now, Gurgaon. Yeah, Gurgaon, it's now called, again, going back to the original name, Gurugram. So Maharaj, there was a video where Maharaj was telling mission accomplished, target fulfilled. Because Srila Prabhupada gave the target of 18 temples. That was final 18 temples. And Maharaj said target fulfilled. So he worked so hard to fulfill the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has a strong desire to distribute books. And Maharaj was so instrumental in distributing books all over the world, publishing books and distributing books. When Maharaj was sent to India as a GBC, there were only English books. Srila Prabhupada books were only available in English. And to preach to the local peoples in India, different language in different states, Maharaj felt the need of translating those books into different languages. And he took that task to translate those books into all different languages in India. So he engaged devotees in translating those books into Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, all these different languages. His preaching in Pakistan, where nobody want to go, and book distribution in Russia, the communist country, and at that time it was so difficult to distribute these books, to take these books. And if the KGB finds these religious books, they will put that person in prison. And Maharaj, he smuggled the first Bhagavad Gita in Russia. And there he was thinking how to make copies. So Maharaj found a Xerox machine. Maharaj paid obeisances to the Xerox machine that this is going to be instrumental in making copies of Srila Prabhupada's book. He took the ink from that machine and put a tilak. And then he himself, page by page, he Xerox the first copy of Bhagavad Gita. Then they will bind it, and then they will send with somebody to find a recipient who is inquisitive and give that book to that person. Like that, one by one, page by page, they will make a Xerox copy. And as some devotees, they came in the process in Russia, and it was still difficult to publish books. So Maharaj invented a method that in the dhotis, inside they will have pockets. For Mataji's saris, they made the sari such that there was a pocket inside. They will keep the book in the pocket, and they will go out. They find somebody who is interested, hand over the book. So, fulfilling Prabhupada's instruction, serving Srila Prabhupada, fulfilling his desire, and not taking any credit for himself. Whenever any devotee approached Maharaj, that Maharaj, with your mercy, I am able to do this. Maharaj will always refute. Say, it's not my mercy, it is Srila Prabhupada's mercy. And devotee will say, no, 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 Maharaj, it's your mercy. You are showering your mercy so much on me. Because of your mercy, I overcome this problem. I am able to do this. I am able to do that. Maharaj say, if you think it's my mercy, you are in illusion. It is Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So never taking credit for himself. How many of you have heard about this book, India's Glory? Anybody heard about this book, India's Glory? So this is about Gopal Krishna Maharaj, how he fulfilled Prabhupada's desire in Delhi and beyond. How this book started actually, some devotees, Prabhupada's disciple and Maharaj's disciple, they wanted to write a biography about Maharaj, about Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So they approached Gopal Krishna Maharaj that we want to write a biography on you. And Maharaj never wanted to have his biography written. He did not wanted to have a book written on him as his biography. And then the devotees took a different route. We'll write about the different temples, glorifying the temples, all these wonderful temples which has been built, and indirectly glorifying Maharaj, how Maharaj was instrumental in building these wonderful temples. So in that way it started, and the writer of this book, Prabhupada Disciples, they interviewed many devotees, many disciples of Maharaj all over the world from different parts, Canada, US, Russia, Kenya, and all that. So different parts of the world, they interviewed devotees to gather information about Maharaj. And if some devotee approached Maharaj to ask him directly so that they can mention that particular pastime in the book, Maharaj is not interested in telling. So what did they do? They will intentionally say it wrong. That, oh, this happened like this happened like this. And then Maharaj will tell, no, no, it was not like that. It happened like this. Then Maharaj will narrate. So this is how they got some of the information. And they gathered all that information and composed this book. So actually, this is like a biography of Maharaj. But Maharaj was not interested in having a book written on him as his biography. And you will not see this book on any of our bookstalls also, any temples. Because Maharaj was not very keen on having these books distributed only in a closer circle. Maharaj desired of his disciples to have the book, but apart from that, It was not publicly available in any of the bookstalls, like the other books which will be available. So again, it shows Maharaj's humility and his mood of giving the credit to Srila Prabhupada, that it's because of him which everything happened. And I have just tried to serve Prabhupada. And Maharaj's interaction with the deities, Maharaj's biggest part of his sadhana was deity worship. And it is well known, very famous all over the world, in all over our ISKCON society, that how much Maharaj was caring for deity service, worshipping the deities. He himself will be always on the altar for Mangalarati, wherever he is. Either he is in Vrindavan or Delhi or in USA or Canada, wherever he is, it was his routine to be on the altar for doing Mangalarati. And after doing Mangalarati, then Maharaj will go do worship of his own personal deities. He had Gauranitai deities. He had so many of the Shaligram Shilas. And it's not that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and he's done with his deity worship. He will spend like almost an hour bathing the deities, dressing them, bathing the Shaligram Shilas, offering Tulsi leaf to each Shaligram Shila, then offering Bhoga. So he will so meticulously, he will worship his deities. So he had so much love for worshipping the deities. That was the morning routine for him, no matter in which part of the world he is. And wherever Maharaj traveled, he carried his personal deities with him. Wherever he goes, his altar will be set up there, wherever he is staying. And there are so many pastimes of Maharaj's interaction with the deities. Should I mention a couple of incidences of Maharaj's reciprocation with the deities, how closely, how attached he was with the deities? And he spoke to the deities actually. So, as I say, Maharaj was worshipping his Shaligram Shilas, and he loved his Shilas so much that sometime while worshipping them, while massaging them, he will pick up the Shaligram Shila and he will kiss. He will kiss the Shaligram Shila. He loved his Shaligram Shilas, his deity, so much. Once Dashavatar Prabhu asked Maharaj, Maharaj, you are kissing your Shaligram Shila. Can we also kiss? Maharaj said, no, only I can kiss my Shaligram Shilas. Even I have observed, once I was sitting behind Maharaj, and Maharaj was worshipping his Shaligram Shilas. Maharaj picked the Shaligram Shila and took very close. I could not understand what did Maharaj do. So Maharaj just picked it and kissed the Shaligram Shila because he saw Krishna. It's not the stone. It's Krishna personally there. And Maharaj loved his Shaligram Shila so much. And in Maharaj's will also, he mentioned, I have only two assets. One thing is the watch which was given by Srila Prabhupada. And the second thing is my deities. And Maharaj did not want all his deities to reside at one place, that somebody takes as a proprietorship over his deities and feeling like, oh, I am the kind of Uttradhikari of Maharaj. So Maharaj distributed his deities to different temples at different places in the world. So his Gauranitai deities went to Russia. Different Shaligram Shilas went to different temples. And in Detroit temple also there is one of the Shaligram Shila of Maharaj, Narsimha Shaligram Shila, which is now in Detroit temple. So his different Shaligram Shilas were given to different temples, which Maharaj loved, which Maharaj cared for. One of the particular pastimes, Maharaj's interaction with the deities, his reciprocation with the deities. Once Maharaj was in Russia, in a particular temple, and generally sannyasis come, Maharaj come, and they will stand in front of the deities, pay respect to the deities, maybe 2 minutes, stand there, observe the deities, and then they continue with their business, right? Giving class or interacting with devotees. So the devotees was recollecting this incident, once Maharaj visited the temple, he paid obeisances in front of the deities, he stood in front of the deities, and he kept standing there. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Maharaj was standing in front of the deities as if he is talking to the deities. And later on, Maharaj came, Maharaj gave class. After Bhagavatam class, Maharaj called all the pujaris. So he had a meeting with all the pujaris who serve the deities, who dress the deities. So Maharaj said, who dressed the deities? So one Mataji who was dressing the deities, so she raised and Maharaj said, you think it is a stone? It is Krishna Sakshat present here. You are dressing the deities, you are putting the pins, and the pin is piercing the back of Krishna. There is a mark on the back of the deities. And then the devotees checked, really, there was a mark in the back of the deities. The pin was kind of piercing, touching the deities. And Maharaj was standing there 20 minutes. Then the devotees realized that Maharaj is not just standing there, actually, he is talking to Krishna. How could he see otherwise? So his interaction with the deities, reciprocation with the deities. And once Maharaj was in Remuna, he visited Remuna in India, 4 hours from Jagannath Puri on the way from Calcutta to Jagannath Puri. On the way, there is a place called Remuna. Kheerchor Gopinath, very famous pastime. When Madhvendra Puri traveled to bring Chandan, Madhvendra Puri came to Remuna, and there is a famous pastime that Gopinath stole one bowl of kheer for Madhvendra Puri. So Maharaj went to Remuna. He was staying in his own temple, Remuna there. And as Maharaj was taking prasadam, Maharaj's habit is he want to hear something. As I said, either he's worshipping his deity, Maharaj is hearing or reading is while he's worshipping his deities or while he's taking prasadam. So devotee is sitting there and reading from Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna book or Bhagavad Gita. So Maharaj, as he was taking prasadam, Maharaj expressed, I want to hear katha from Dhamvasi. So the temple president, because he is always residing there, he is as Dhamvasi. So he started narrating this pastime of Madhvendra Puri. So Maharaj himself, he loves this pastime so much. He speaks about this pastime so many times, so many lectures. He will narrate this pastime of Madhvendra Puri. And Maharaj said, I am in Remuna, I want to hear from Dhamvasi. So the temple president, he started speaking this pastime of Madhvendra Puri, how Madhvendra Puri traveling to Jagannath Puri to bring Chandan for Gopal. He came to Gopinath temple and Madhvendra Puri had a desire. I want to taste this kheer. I have heard this is so wonderful. I want to taste so I can know what all the different ingredients, how it is prepared, so I can prepare this for Gopal. That was Madhvendra Puri's intention. And Gopinath stole one bowl of kheer and kept hidden behind his clothes. And so this devotee, he was narrating this pastime, and he told Maharaj that we will go visit. Maharaj wanted to visit Gopinath temple, so he brought Maharaj to the Gopinath temple, and he told the temple priest that he is very prominent Maharaj in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada's disciple. He is the chairman of BBT and all that. So he was telling about Maharaj. And he requested the Pujari, can you please give some Mahaprasad kheer for Maharaj? There are 12 bowls of the kheer, which is offered to Gopinath. And by that time, so there is only some which is kept for some devotee, some pujari, and some other are taken out and they are distributed out. So by that time, all that prasad was already taken out. And he really wanted to give something for Maharaj, but he went and searched in kitchen. There was nothing left. Everything was taken out. And the devotee who was assisting, who was with Maharaj, he requested, please check somewhere. Please see somewhere, maybe somewhere you will find something. And this Pujari, he went on the altar, and what did he find? Behind the dhoti of Krishna, there was one bowl which was left there. The same pastime which happened with Madhavendra Puri. Gopinath stole the bowl of kheer for Madhavendra Puri. The same reciprocation, it happened with Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Because of his so much attachment with the deities, and that's all because of his surrender to his Guru Maharaj. So sometimes we think, what is so much about serving Guru, so much about surrender to Guru, following the instruction? Actually, if we want to progress in spiritual life, that's only possible by the mercy of Guru. More and more we surrender unto Guru, more Krishna will reveal himself to us. When somebody is surrendered to his Guru, Krishna gives himself to that devotee. Because Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he was so surrendered to Srila Prabhupada, Krishna gave himself to Maharaj. In what form, in what way? In the form of Archa Vigraha. Because Krishna handed himself to Maharaj in the form of Archa Vigraha, that's how Maharaj is able to establish so many temples all over the world. Managing one temple, building one temple, managing one temple is so difficult. Maharaj was overseeing 150 temples. 150 temples all over the world, not in one place. Some in India, some in North America, some in Kenya, South Africa, Pakistan, Russia, all over the world. Maharaj was overseeing 150 temples. 18 temples only in Delhi. And Maharaj has so much compassion for all the living entities without caring for his own comfort, without caring for his own interest. He was always there to serve others. More than his own disciples, actually, Maharaj cared for the disciples of other Maharaj. So if Maharaj is at some place, so many disciples are there to meet Maharaj. If some disciple of any other Maharaj, his god brother, comes to see him, Maharaj will give preference to meet them. And sometimes devotee will feel, Arey, I am the disciple of Maharaj. I have been waiting here for 2 hours, and this devotee came and Maharaj is meeting him. Because Maharaj's mood was, see, for you, I am accessible anyways. They have come to meet me to take some help. I want to become accessible to them. He was so compassionate for everybody. And I had the opportunity to once travel with Maharaj in North America here, from Atlanta to San Francisco, San Jose, to Boise. Wherever Maharaj will go, he will give time to meet each and every devotee. I remember from Atlanta, we flew to San Francisco. And there, after giving class in the temple, 9 o'clock, Maharaj sat down in the room to meet with devotees. We started from Atlanta morning. Okay, it's 5 hour flight. Morning, I think 7 o'clock, we started from Atlanta, reached there by, with time difference and all, we reached there by 1 o'clock or so. Then Maharaj had 2 hour drive to reach some devotees home who had invited Maharaj for lunch. And it was in the opposite direction from the temple. So from airport driving 2 hours, going meeting devotees there. Then after lunch, again 2 hour drive to go to temple, giving class there. It's 9 p.m. And that time Maharaj sat down to meet with devotees. All these disciples, all nearby areas, they have come to see Maharaj. Everybody want to meet Maharaj. And me and Gopal Hari Prabhu stood there at the gate like Jay and Vijay, allowing one person, one family at a time to go meet Maharaj. And it's been one by one devotees are going. Every family, every devotee is taking 5-10 minutes to meet Maharaj. So 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Maharaj is sitting there and meeting everybody. At 12 o'clock, Maharaj told me and other devotees who were there, who had traveled with Maharaj, you go take rest. It's already very late. So around, I think around 11:30, Maharaj told us, you go, I will come. I need to still meet other devotees. So he is sitting there meeting each and everyone. So much compassion. How many of us can do that? We think I have done Bhakti Vriksha one day, next day should I go to temple or not? It's been back to back. And they are traveling, Maharaj and all other our sannyasis, they are traveling day after day from one place to another place, time zone differences, different places where they stay, different houses, different bedding. One day you are sleeping on a different bed, you think my back is hurting. Every day they are staying at a different place, different houses. So much inconvenience they take. For what reason? For what purpose? So Maharaj has so much compassion staying there and meeting with devotees. And he is also concerned about other devotees who have traveled with him. I think you go and you take rest. I still have to stay here, meet with other devotees. And it's not one day, it's like everyday routine like that. And Maharaj, how much does he sleep? Maharaj once he said, 4 hours sleep for me is luxury. So if he gets to sleep 4 hours, it's like too much. For us, sleeping 6 hours, 7 hours, I think abhi aaram pura nahi hua. I'm still tired. And that's also once a week. If you reduce your sleep, you think, Arey, aaj pura din I'm feeling tired. And Maharaj is so humble. So many devotees recollect that in the GBC meetings, Maharaj will attend GBC meetings, and he will speak very less. He will not raise his voice, he will not argue. All the devotees in the GBC meetings, they are discussing so many different things, different issues. They are raising their opinions, everything, and Maharaj will stay very quiet. Two things Maharaj will give his opinion for sure when it comes to temples and book distribution. Then he will be very bold because that is directly related to Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Building temples all over the world, distributing Prabhupada's books. And once there was an incident in Kenya, Nairobi, Radha Bankebihari temple. They were not able to manage the temple, and that temple was personally started by Srila Prabhupada. And they were having difficulty in managing the temple, and that temple does not come in Maharaj's zone. He was not the GBC or anything for that temple. And in the GBC meeting, they were discussing Mansi Ganga Mataji and who was the in charge of the temple, and they were discussing that we should close down this temple. It's very difficult to manage the temple. And Maharaj was sitting, everybody is on one side, thinking, oh, it's becoming very difficult. So, yes, maybe we should close down. Maharaj stood up. No, we cannot close the temple. It was started personally by Srila Prabhupada. We are not going to close down the temple. Who is going to take care of the temple? Maharaj volunteered himself. I will go and I will take care of this temple. It was not in Maharaj's zone. He was not the GBC. Maharaj took that task on himself that I will go and make sure this temple sustains. So he started going to Kenya twice a year from that time, inspiring devotees for book distribution. Because by book distribution, that's how you can raise funds for the temple. He started building relationship with the locals there. In South Africa, it's very difficult. One of the poorest countries of the world. He started the program of prasadam distribution to the locals to develop relationship. He started meeting the businessmen there in that area, and when they become favorable, they started giving donations. And in that way, Maharaj raised the funds, and then he built maintained that temple which was started by Prabhupada, and then built a huge temple there in Nairobi. And then another temple came up in Mombasa. So again, it shows his surrender to Srila Prabhupada, his service mood towards Srila Prabhupada. This is something, it was the desire of Prabhupada to build the temples, to distribute the books, and those were the two core strengths of Maharaj. And now we can sit here and talk about, oh, we have 800 plus temples and centers all over the world. But the devotees, Prabhupada's disciples, the sannyasis who have contributed so much in building these temples, who have shed their blood and tear to build these temples, and now we are utilizing these facilities. So we are so fortunate in that sense that we are using these facilities to grow in our Krishna consciousness. We did not have to struggle like that, but we still take these things for so granted. I'm speaking for myself. We take these things for so granted because we are sitting in our comfort zone. Maharaj's couple of very particular instructions in his lectures to personal conversation with some devotees. One thing he always said was, have good sadhana, have your chanting very attentively, attend morning program. If you cannot come to temple at home, do your morning program. And I am myself, actually, I feel like I have not fulfilled that instruction of Maharaj. How am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? Second instruction, Maharaj said, take every opportunity to preach about Krishna consciousness. You have given a good house, Krishna has given you such a nice house. Preach about Krishna. Use your resources to preach about Krishna. And one very particular instruction Maharaj gave, you have given so many lives in service of Maya. Give one life in service of Krishna. Give one life to Krishna. Yes, we have been going through so many lifetimes trying to enjoy in this material world, to make big in this world, but give one life to Krishna. Become fully surrender. And that surrender, if we can show towards Guru, then Krishna will give himself to us. So the Guru is the media by which we can receive the mercy. And I will end here maybe another 5 minutes. Is that okay with you? So the last, I mean, there are so many things, so many uh, qualities of Maharaj, his pastime, which I can speak of. One thing which I want to mention specifically, the last days of Maharaj. At the age of 80, still he did not give up that, okay, now I should sit down, I should take care of myself. And he was out there. Maharaj's statement was, I don't want to die on the bed. I want to die on the battlefield. May 2nd, 2024, he went to Dehradun because there was a groundbreaking ceremony for the new temple in Dehradun. And he had organized a bureau meeting, ISKCON bureau meeting, where all the great leaders of ISKCON, all other sannyasis, they were invited. And Maharaj's health was not good. Devotees were telling him, his personal assistant, secretary, they were telling Maharaj, you should cancel, please don't go, please don't go. Maharaj said, it will not look good if I don't go. I have called this meeting, I should be there. And because he cared for others, one thing he avoided all his life was Vaishnava Aprad. Because Vaishnava Aprad is Hathimata, mad elephant offense, which can take away our bhakti. And Maharaj, in all his life, he was so careful in his dealing with other devotees, avoiding Vaishnava Aprad, that he does not want to offend anybody or make anybody feel bad. He was so caring for others. For instance, in Delhi temple, they built an elevator. So Maharaj from ground floor, he can go to upper floor on to his room because it was very difficult for Maharaj to walk. But whenever any other Prabhupada disciple came, his god brother came, any other senior Vaishnava came, and Maharaj is escorting them, he will have them take the elevator, and that elevator is so small, only two people can fit because it was just one elevator built for Maharaj to conveniently go up. And Maharaj will insist them, you please take the elevator. So Maharaj will send them in the elevator, and by the time they come down in the elevator, Maharaj will step down from the stairs to again meet them down when by the time they come down. So in the last days, devotees told him, please don't go, please don't go. Maharaj, the statement was, I want to die on the battlefield. He came to Dehradun, and in the morning, while he was taking shower, he fell down. He slipped and fell down. But he did not tell anybody. Actually, in that fragile condition, what had happened was he fell down. Some of his ribs broke actually, and those ribs pieces pierced into his lungs. He did not tell anybody. He just got up. Then nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. He dressed and he sat down for his deity worship. In that situation, in that condition, he sat there. He did his deity worship. After that, he was feeling the pain. There was red spot from outside. There was nothing visible like that, but he was in pain. The devotees came. Then he told what had happened, that I had fell down and he was in pain. And devotees told Maharaj, because devotees could feel that pain. Maharaj may not be feeling as much pain. He is beyond the bodily consciousness. But the devotee feel more pain seeing Maharaj in that condition. And Maharaj said, see, amazing statement. Maharaj said, it's my karma. Can you imagine? Maharaj said, it's my karma. And devotee said, Maharaj, how can you say that you are such an elevated soul? You are so pure devotee. And Maharaj was exemplifying that verse from Shrimad Bhagavatam. In Shrimad Bhagavatam, we read that verse, Tatya Anukampa Susumikshamano Bhunjan. So that verse, what is the meaning of that verse? A devotee undergoes all sort of sufferings, treating it as his own karma, while all the while waiting for the mercy of the Supreme Lord. And if some devotee is able to do that, he becomes a rightful candidate for the mercy of the Lord. So Maharaj said, it's my karma. Can we imagine that? And what really, actually, what is that karma? When I hear that statement of Maharaj, it's not that Maharaj was in the pain and in that bodily consciousness. It's the devotee who feel more pain seeing Maharaj in that situation. So whose karma is that? I somehow linked it with one pastime from Ramayana. As Lord Ramachandra, he left Ayodhya and went to forest with Lakshman and Sita Devi. He came to Shringverpur, the place of Guha, and at night, Lord Ramachandra is sitting on the bed of Pusha grass with Sita Devi. Guha and Lakshman are standing at a distance, and Guha is feeling so much pain in his heart that he is the prince of Ayodhya, sitting in the comfortable palaces. And what is the situation now? He's sitting on the thorny grasses. And Lakshman said, भैया ये तो अपने अपने कर्म का बात है. Guha said, karma? Bhagwan ke liye bhi karma? Is this the karma of the Lord that he had to give up his kingdom and come to the forest, live in like that situation? Lakshmana said, who is feeling the pain? You and me are feeling the pain. It's not that the Lord is feeling the pain. For him, all the situations are same. He's Atmaram. He does not care. Either he was going to be crowned as the king of Ayodhya or he was exiled from Ayodhya. For him, he is in same situation. He is jubilant in all situations. Who is feeling the pain? It's you and me who are feeling the pain, seeing the Lord in that situation. So it's our karma. I was just kind of linking it with the pastime of Maharaj here. In that situation, he is sitting. Who is feeling the pain? Actually, the devotees, they are feeling the pain, seeing Maharaj in that situation. But Maharaj is exemplifying that verse from Bhagavatam. He's saying, it's my karma. And while Maharaj was here, we could not take as much opportunity. I feel myself as very unfortunate in that way. Again, coming back to this verse, how Dhruva Maharaj is saying, I am so unfortunate. Even though my guru gave this mantra, I got the benediction also, but I did not utilize this opportunity fully. I am so unfortunate. But what can we do in that situation? In this, there is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Ante Leela 1.2. दुर्गमे पति में अंधस्य सकलात् पादगतेर्मूलः स्वकृपायस्ति दानेन शान्तः शान्तु अवलम्बनम्. So this verse says, my path is very difficult. Durgame pathi mein. My path is very difficult. Yes, this path of Krishna consciousness, it's not easy actually. It's very difficult. There will be temptations at every step. There will be difficulties at every step. This path is very difficult. We say Krishna consciousness is so easy. It's easy means it's straightforward. Just chant the name of Krishna, dance, eat Krishna prasad. So it's very easy, it's very straightforward. But to practice that, it's not as easy. So Durgame Pathime, this path is very difficult. Andhasya, and I'm blind. I'm blind to my spiritual reality. I'm fully engrossed in material consciousness. Saklat pada gater muhu. And my feet are slipping again and again. We keep slipping from our practice. We keep slipping from following the standards, fulfilling the instructions of Guru, fulfilling the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Again, I'm speaking for myself. So my path is very difficult. I'm blind. I'm slipping again and again. Swakripa yasti danena santah santo avalambhanam. Therefore, may the saints help me by granting me the stick of their mercy as my support. So, how can we sustain ourselves in this process of Krishna consciousness? How we can continue to progress in spiritual life is by taking the mercy of the saintly people as a stick. If you are having difficulty in walking, if you are slipping, you need a stick to become stable. So, this path is also very slippery, and we need to take the support as the mercy of the saints, the Guru Parampara, the Vaishnavas in our life. And then we will be able to continue on this path. So, in the absence, in the physical absence of Guru Maharaj, of course, he is always there. He is there in the form of his instruction, in the form of his contributions to ISKCON, to the overall worldwide society. So, meditating on his contributions, meditating on his instructions, meditating on whatever personal interactions we had with Maharaj, we can try to continue our lives in Krishna consciousness. And by taking the support of all who are still present here with us, the other senior Vaishnavas, the God brothers of Maharaj, the other disciples of Srila Prabhupada, our local temple authorities. So that is the only hope how we can continue in this spiritual journey. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Please forgive me. I went over time and I spoke so many things. Please forgive me if I spoke anything wrong. And as your humble servant, I request your prayers so I can continue on this path. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. If anybody has any questions, comments, somebody will like to add anything? I know it's already late.
Thank you very much, Vrindanath Prabhu. Wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, they are saying Hare.
Hare Krishna.